Hello and welcome to a very important message about scam calls. For those of you that already know about these scams, I'll put a timestamp on screen so you can jump to those videos so you can enjoy those to your heart's content. For those that you do not know this, and that's what this video is really about, is for those that aren't aware or doesn't know about these scams, please stay tuned. This is really important that you're aware of these scams so that you not only can protect yourselves, but you can protect family members or friends that you know who may be susceptible to these kind of scams. So let's roll tape and I'll join you at the end to give a bit more detail about each scam.
Hi, this is a call from Amazon to inform you that your Amazon Prime account will be auto-renew for $39.99 from your bank account, so enjoy using Amazon Prime services. Or if you want to discontinue or unsubscribe to services, then speak to an Amazon Service Manager by pressing 1.
Hello.
Hello there, yeah, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, hi. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
And thank you for getting connected with our Amazon Prime service. So how may I help you?
You just called me about a renewal on Amazon.
So would you like to renew your service or would you like to confirm with that?
Yeah, I'd like to renew.
You want to renew your service?
Yes, please, yeah.
And for that reason, there is some procedure and you just need to follow this procedure with us. First of all, sir, we are going to make you connect to our Amazon Prime service because we are giving you a renewal form into your device.
Right, okay.
And you have to simply fill up the form on your device and just submit us back.
Yeah.
And for that, we are going to renew your service for yearly purpose, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you will be charged by Amazon Prime each and every month £39.99.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So for that reason, you need to be online right now. So, sir, do you have a device to fill up the form, like to receive the form?
Yep. My computer's on, yep.
Okay, so I do believe it's on, it's a Windows computer that you have.
So say again?
It's a Windows computer or it's an Apple Mac?
What difference does it make?
It's a Mac, Apple Mac that you have.
What difference does it make what computer I'm using?
No, you just need to confirm me that...
What difference does it make what computer I'm using? That's what I'm asking. It doesn't matter whether I'm using a Mac or Windows. What's the difference? Why is that important?
There is a different procedure for both of the devices. And that's why I need to know which kind of device did you use.
Oh, okay. Well,
I will guide you how to...
All right, I use an Apple Mac.
Okay, you are using Mac.
Yeah.
Okay. Just be on the line with me and just turn on the device that you have.
Okay.
Okay, sir, I'm holding the line for you. And you just need to simply be on the line with me and open the Mac camera that you have, okay?
Yeah, it's already open.
It's open?
Yeah, I've got it already because I'm doing the work on it.
Okay. I do believe you have a Safari browser on your Mac.
That's correct, yeah.
Yes, open the Safari browser.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes, take your time, sir.
Okay, Safari's open, yep.
Hello?
Yeah, it's open. Safari's open.
Yes, and on the Safari browser, just type over there www.
Yeah.
And then A for alpha, letter A.
Yeah.
N for Nancy, letter N.
Yeah.
Y for yellow, letter Y.
Yeah.
D for doctor, letter D.
Yeah.
Then E for echo, letter E.
Yeah.
Then letter S for Southampton, letter S.
Okay.
And letter K for kilo, letter K.
Yeah. Any desk.
And then...
Right, sorry, why do I need any desk? If I'm just filling a form to renew my Amazon, why do I need any desk?
Because with our auto virtual software, and with the auto virtual software, you can generate your cancellation ID.
No, you're basically asking for access on my computer. That's what you're asking for. Why do you need access to my computer if I'm just renewing my contract?
We don't need any kind of access to your computer.
Yes, well that's what you're asking for. AnyDesk is
ID.
Dude, I know that AnyDesk is for remote access. Why do you need remote access on my system? For what reason? Basically, you're a scammer, and you know you are. And there's no way I'm going to let you come into my computer.
No, let me tell you, sir.
Go on then.
Like taking access of your computer, okay? Like, sir, taking access or giving access is illegal purpose, okay?
Right, so why do you need AnyDesk then?
Let me tell you, yes.
But why do you need AnyDesk?
From that, let me tell you, sir. With the help of that application, AnyDesk, our Amazon Prime Alexa will connect with you to generate the cancellation form, okay? So without that form, you will not able to cancel your Amazon Prime service.
That's a load of garbage, and you know it. That's got nothing. Amazon has got nothing to do with you having access to my account, my computer. That's absolute garbage, and you know it.
The computer, what are we going to do with the help of the computer, taking access of the computer, sir?
You're asking me to log into AnyDesk. Excuse me, but you are asking me to log into AnyDesk. Now listen to me. You are asking me to log into AnyDesk, which is a remote access software, so that you have access to my computer to fill in this whatever form you're claiming. If you are truly from Amazon, you would not need to connect to my account. You would just simply renew my contract. You're a scammer from India. You are a scammer from India, and you con many people, and you just damage lives. No, it's not a genuine call. No, it's not a genuine call.
In the beginning, sir, it's a legit call because, sir, at the beginning of the call, you get that robotic call that if you want to cancel the Amazon Prime service, then you have to press number 1.
I don't have to do anything on my Amazon service. It rolls on anyway. I don't need to renew nothing. Everything you're talking about is absolute nonsense. You're in India. You're one of these Indian IT scammers, and you're trying to get access to my computer so that.
I'm calling you from India. I'm calling you from 215 Exhibition Street.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Of course you are. Listen, you guys are so common now. Everybody knows about you now. Right? You're a scammer, and you know it. You have no reason.
How do you know that, sir?
Because I've seen all of the information about you idiots. I've seen many videos where you have conned people out of money. So I know exactly what you're all about. Yeah, there you go. See? I recorded this, right, to show you that there are these scammers. They are legitimate scammers. The fact he hung up the call even is an indication of that. Right? He knows he's got caught. Amazon does not need access to your computer. AnyDesk, or I can't remember all the other ones, but AnyDesk or any of these, they are basically asking for remote access on your computer. And what they will do is once they are logged into your computer, they will try to do they'll make some kind of mistake where you have to end up where they claim that they've paid you more money than you should have, and then you have to go and then give them gift cards or whatever. If you get any of these people, hang up. But I've done this just as an example that these are genuine scammers. Because I know there's a lot of videos out there sort of saying these sort of things. And this guy is clearly trying to rip me off. So if you get an automated call like this one, it could be Amazon, it could be Apple, it could be HMRC, it could be IRS, it could be a multitude of different things. They are a scammer. They are in India. He's not where he claims he is. I can guarantee you that. My contract with Amazon is not £9.99 a month. And Amazon would not contact me in this way. They would contact me by email probably. Or they would have it on the account. Or they advertise. They would not go out of their way to call me randomly like that. And I certainly do not need to log AnyDesk on my computer at all. That's complete rubbish. Okay, that's it. Bye.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Yeah,
Huh.
hi, Chef. Thank you for getting connected with Amazon Prime. How may I help you?
Yeah, just got a call from you about the renewal of my contract.
Sorry?
I just got a call from you about renewing a renewal on my Amazon.
Yes, sir. So what do you want? Do you want to renew the subscription or you want to cancel it?
I'd like to cancel it, please.
Alright. So if you want to cancel the so I need your help and consent because we will send you the online cancellation form with your device. You need to simply fill out the cancellation form by your side and submit us back. So I will able to guide with you how to cancel the subscription and how to
Sure.
sign the form, okay?
Okay.
So can I tell me?
Right, so you got my full attention now. Carry on.
Alright. So you have a computer, right?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so could you turn on your computer, sir? So I will guide with you how to generate the cancellation ID and how to find the form.
Sure, it's already on, actually.
Alright. Right, is it a which device? Like, is it a Windows? Is it an Apple Mac?
It's an Apple Mac.
Sorry?
It's an Apple Mac.
Alright, so you have a Safari or a Google Chrome on your device?
Yes, I do.
Just open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Open
Open.
it up.
Yep, it's open now.
Alright. Now, at the top, you can see the search panel.
Yep.
You need to type over there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to type over there www.
Yeah.
W put a single dot.
Mm-hmm.
Then A for alpha, letter A.
Yeah.
N for Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Y for yellow.
Yeah.
D for doctor.
Yeah.
E for echo.
Yeah.
S for sugar.
Yeah.
K for kilo.
Yeah.
Put a single dot.
Yeah.
Then C for Charlie.
Yeah.
O for Oscar.
Yeah.
M for Mary.
Okay, yep, done that.
Yeah, just read back to me, sir, what you type over there in that panel.
www.anydesk.com.
Right. AnyDesk is our 3D secure software. This software too will generate the cancellation ID with your device, okay? Because you want to cancel the subscription, so you must have a cancellation ID so that in future you don't face any problem from the Amazon Prime.
Right.
Now press the enter key from your keyboard, hit the enter button.
Right, can I ask you a question?
Sorry?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why do you need access to my computer?
I didn't get that, sir.
Why do you need remote access to my computer?
Okay, I have already told you that is it a 3D secure software to our designed by our Amazon Prime server. Alright, and through this server we will simply generate the cancellation ID with your device. And once you receive the cancellation ID, after that we will send you the cancellation form.
You still haven't explained why you need to have access to my computer. Why does Amazon need to connect to my computer to cancel something? A cancellation shouldn't need access to my computer to do that.
Because we will generate the cancellation ID, that is the reason.
No, you can do that without having access to my computer.
Sorry?
You don't need to connect to my computer for an ID access.
No, sir, we are not access anything. We will
Yes, you are.
connect your device to our Amazon server to generate
Any
your
desk.
cancellation ID and find the form.
I'm sorry, but AnyDesk has got nothing to do with Amazon. And AnyDesk is a remote access software.
Once you connect it to the Amazon Prime server, you can see in front of your eyes. It will connect it to the Amazon Prime server.
No, it won't. AnyDesk has got nothing to do with Amazon. So why do you need access to my computer? If it's a cancellation, you should be directing me to Amazon's website and doing it that way. There should be something there. Amazon is a big company. There's no reason Amazon would need access. Yeah. There you go. See? Again, proof that this is complete baloney. If she was genuinely from Amazon, she would not have just hung up like that. She got caught out again. Thank you for sticking with me on this video. I think this is a really important thing to learn about these different scams. I really want to help inform you and give you some basic idea of what happens with these things so that you don't fall prey to these guys. Okay, my first experience of these scams was back in, about 5-6 years ago. I got one of those random phone calls saying, I'm from Microsoft, there's a problem with your computer, there's a virus or something like that. Thankfully, I was aware from the minute I heard him say that or them say that. The alarm bells were ringing in my head and I knew it was a scam straight away, and I just cut the call. And since then, there's been a few occasions when this has happened. I've even had someone at work call me at my work desk saying there's a problem with your computer, trying to get me to log in and do all that business. And when I told him to speak to the IT guys, he laughed at me and then hung up. There's a growing number of different scams from Microsoft, Amazon Prime, HMRC, or some other social security. There are many other different forms of this, but those are the key 3 main ones that seem to be quite successful. At some point, they're going to be asking you to pay some form of money. What they will do is they will call you claiming to be from this company or that company, but they're using it for a different number to get hold of you, and they will convince you that they are calling, that there's an issue with your tax, with your computer, an order on your Amazon Prime, and they will trick you into believing that you're due some kind of refund or that you need to make a payment back to the government. Most of the time this will be through Google Play cards, Steam cards, Apple gift cards, whatever. These are scams. If you ever get a call from any company claiming that there's an issue with your computer, your account, or your taxes, immediately cut the line and contact those people directly. So contact your social securities directly to find out if there is an issue. Contact Amazon Prime directly, check your account to make sure there's no issues. And again, with your PC, just contact Microsoft services directly. You know, you can't, and you don't even need to go on the internet to do it, because there's a little help button on your PC. So you just go through that, and there's ways of getting hold of them. Anyway, so that's that out of the way. Okay, so you've seen the video. This is a couple of Amazon Prime scams. So I'm going to talk about this one first, and you can kind of get the gist of what's going on. In this particular video, they say my subscription is coming to an end, and there's a new payment of $39.99 to keep it going. Okay, so do I want to renew or not renew? They want me to renew because they know they've got me. If I say cancel, it's a little bit more complicated for them, but they'll still run with it. But the long and the short of it is, they will then say I need to go onto an online form, fill in this form out to say yes, I want to cancel, and they will cancel my account and then refund me whatever I need to refund me. First of all, Amazon does not do it that way. If you need to cancel your account, you simply go in your account, you select whatever, I don't know how you'll have to check the process, but you go to the process to cancel your account and you just cancel it. That's it. It's nothing. It might be a bit more complicated than that, but that's how you cancel it. You don't cancel it by filling an online form. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you've been charged for something that you haven't paid for, first of all, check your account, because if someone's bought something they shouldn't have, you'll see it on your account. You'll see it. It'll be there. But if in any doubt, if you're ever unsure that you've been charged for something that you haven't been, just simply contact Amazon directly. They have an online chat that you can use. You can ring them up. Finding the number, I must admit, is a little more complicated, but you can use Yell or Yellow Pages or any of those things. You can find, there's ways of finding out the actual Amazon number, so you can call them if you need to. And I believe that I believe the number is there. So you can contact them directly to find out if there has been an issue or if your account has been cloned. You don't need to tell the person on that phone that information. But here's the big thing about this particular scam. Notice how they tried to get me to log onto AnyDesk so they can remote access my computer so I can do a form. They put it under the pretense that they need to link my computer to their form so I can do it online so they can process it. AnyDesk, for anyone that doesn't know, is a remote access software that allows an IT technician to be able to access your computer from wherever they are in the world to fix an issue. Normally, if you're working for a big company particularly, you might have somebody, like in my last job for example, where there was a problem on my computer. I contacted our IT department. They were somewhere, like I think Birmingham or Manchester or wherever it was they were working from, and they were able to access my computer, fix whatever was problem on my PC, and resolve the issue. That's what AnyDesk is for. These guys are using this so that I can fill in a form. Why that form cannot be on Amazon directly is beyond me. There's no reason for them to access my computer just for me to do that. They could just email it to me and I'll fill it in and send it back. It could be online on the actual Amazon page and I just go on the Amazon page and do it. There's many ways that it can be done. The fact that they're sending me a form that I have to connect my computer to their computer to do it, because it's a secure server, which is their term, is absolute baloney. There's no reason in the world that anyone should have to connect their computer to a company to do a cancellation. The only reason you would ever need for somebody to remote access your PC is if you have a physical computer-based issue that a legitimate IT company is trying to resolve for you. For example, I had an issue with my Adobe software not too long ago, and I contacted Adobe, they connected to the computer, helped me sort it out, whatever. That's a legit company, but I did it through the right channels. I did it through Adobe, through my account, not from just Google searching it. It was literally through my account that I did that. That's the only time it needs to be done. No company, no matter who they say they are, has to ever do that. So if you get this one, make sure that you never link your computer, because once they link your computer, that's when they really got you, because they can mess with your computer, they can change passwords, they can see your personal files, they can even put things on it so they can turn on your camera and spy on you. And if they spy on you and you're doing online banking, they can see all your online banking details. Which leads me to the next part of this scam. Had I continued with this particular one, what would then happen was they would probably ask me to go into my online banking and they'll do the refund. They'll say, oh yeah, we're going to refund you whatever. They will try to blank out my screen, okay, and then do little changes behind the scenes to make it look like they overpaid me, and then I end up having to pay them back more than I should. Say for example, I owe them, or they owe me £300. They'll put £300 and then they'll put an extra zero, so it's £3,000 instead of 300. So I owe them £700 back, and they will try to encourage me to pay £700 back. But it won't be through a bank card, it won't be through a money transfer or anything like that. And if you have overpaid, they can do a reverse payment. So if they have done it, they can reverse the payment. If you've just literally paid it, you can reverse that payment and stop it going through. Most banks, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, if you're banking, you can tell me in the comments below, but from what I understand is if you make a payment that's incorrect, they can reverse that payment and stop it going through. They can do that. They can retract that payment. It's not difficult to do. But what these guys will do is, instead of them doing a reverse payment and then redoing it, they will say, "Oh my goodness, my job is on the line, and I'm going to lose my job." You then have a panic, and you don't want to help. You don't want them to lose their job. You want to support them. So they say, "Oh yeah, get Google gift cards." So you have to go to a shop, Tesco's, Amazon, whatever, Walmart, whatever store it is, buy gift cards, go back to them, give them the gift card number, show them the number at the back, and they've got your money. So it's a pure scam, and that's what the IT one has been for a long time. So yeah, so that's the Amazon scam. The second scam, and the one that sort of kick-started this as far as I'm aware, is the "you have a virus" scam or tech scam. I'll stress this. Initially, they will say there is no payment, it's free, we're not going to charge you, blah blah blah, or they're giving you a refund. But they will say initially there's no payment. But once they've got you hooked and they've shown you that you have got a problem with your computer, which is not the case, they will then start charging you £300 for a security software that allows you to be protected against these scammers. Basically, they will call Microsoft, quote unquote, will call you up saying, "We've noticed there's some errors on your computer where you've got a virus. We want to sort you out." So again, they will use the remote access, and that can be AnyDesk. TeamViewer is another common one. There are other variations of that theme, but that's pretty much what they're going to do. If you hear those words, I would say it's £300. Stop and think. A PC, a basic PC, cost you about £300. Most security software is about £50–60, give or take. Why would the software to protect your computer be more than your PC? Now the argument might be that you have £1,000 PC, that's by the by. But why would the software be so much to protect your computer? Complete rubbish. Secondly, Microsoft does not have your personal numbers. They don't store your personal account numbers. And they would not, with the billions of people that are all using PCs, most businesses have a PC rather than an Apple. I mean, there are companies that use Apple, but most companies have a normal computer, a Microsoft computer. Do you really think Microsoft would contact one of 9 billion people about a virus on their computer? It just wouldn't even happen. Thirdly, that would mean that they are spying on you. And that's another thing as well to think of. So if they're saying that you've got a virus on your computer, that there's something wrong, that means that Microsoft is spying on you, which isn't the case, but basically what they're saying. So that's something to be questioned as well. But the long and short of it is, there is no virus on your computer. It's just really their way of getting hold of your money. And I can guarantee you that if you don't pay them, once you get to that point and they've connected your computer and you start floundering around saying, no, I'm not doing it, they will delete your files, lock your computer, download your stuff, you name it. And there are enough scam baiters out there that have gone through the whole process who can show you that. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to let them have access to my computer, but they have ways of doing that is safe for them to do so. But that's the most common one. But again, so if you get anyone saying, I'm calling you from Microsoft, immediately hang up. Microsoft will never call you unless you have specifically contacted Microsoft through the legitimate channels because you've got an issue with your computer or whatever, and you are contacting them directly. That's the only time that they will call you, if you have initiated that conversation. Other than that, they will not call you out of the blue. So please, please, please do not take this call further. The third scam, which is the one that scares me the most, is the HMRC or Social Security scam. In the UK, they say that we've noticed there's an errors in your taxes, you've missed some taxes out it's around about 1,984 for some reason. It's that specific number, which is really interesting. So it's usually about just under £2,000. That you got some unpaid taxes because there was an error on your account that they believe to be purposeful, that you have intentionally ignored paying taxes. You've intentionally refrained from paying the taxes. So that's their claim, and that in doing so, they are reclaiming the money back from you by sending you an officer to arrest you, take you to court. Okay. In addition to that, they say that your social security number will be stopped, suspended, your car will be taken away, your house will be taken away, you'll be deported if necessary, your work documents, whatever, your bank account will be closed. All of this stuff. That's what they'll do, and it is pure fear tactics. And this is the scariest one because obviously your social security, whatever version you have in your country, is probably the most important thing in life. Because if you're out of work and you have no money, you're stuffed. And that social security also pays your rent, your wages, so you can pay your rent and all this kind of stuff. It's a valuable thing. So the fear of losing all that, and then on top of that, not just setting with that, but actually going to the degree of, yeah, you're going to lose your house, your car, you're not going to travel, you're going to get deported, all of those things. It's just adding insult to injury. Here's the thing, again, HMRC will not call you ever, period. It doesn't happen. They will not call you by phone. They will write you a letter, and I'm sure that if it came down to it, they will knock on your door and they will see you. They may not necessarily arrest you first off, but they may pop on your door, whatever, St. Bailey's round, whatever. Those things might happen. I don't know the full laws, and that's something you might want to check out, but they won't call you. And most certainly, and this is the big thing, they will not call you in advance, say, by the way, we're going to arrest you. If you're avoiding, think about that for a second. If you're avoiding paying your taxes on purpose, which you're not, I'm sure you're not, and someone says to you, oh yes, if you don't pay your taxes, we're going to come arrest you today in 45 minutes. Are you going to stay in that house? I certainly wouldn't. I'd be packing my bags and out of here. It just doesn't make sense saying, by the way, we're going to arrest you, so I'm giving you some time to run away. No logic to it. No logic. It doesn't happen. If they're going to arrest you, they're going to arrest you. And you just go through the courts as normal. But the chances of that happening, unless you know you've done something wrong, is very slim. It's very unlikely. But that's what they'll do to get you hooked in. And they'll start asking you for your security number, your name, your address, blah blah blah. Do not give this information out. And I stress, do not give this information out. It's phishing. Once they've got it, they've got you hooked, and then they can mess with it. Because if you start giving them your social security number or your national insurance number, whatever it is, the fact that they're trying to claim that somebody has used your account and defrauded in your name, that's exactly what they're doing. And they could potentially mess with it afterwards. So do not give that information out. Only to your employer and any other authority that is legitimately correct for you to give it to. But generally, as a rule, you don't give it your security number anyway. But it's only usually your job. Only ever give out your social security number to legitimate companies that you're fully aware that is the person I'm allowed to give it to. But do not give it to somebody just randomly picks you on the phone claiming they're from a certain company, because they're not. Right, basically, because HMRC or Social Securities do not call you. They will never phone you ever. It just doesn't happen. So that's what they will do. And there's two ways that they collect money. Some of them can collect it from an online transfer, and you have to really be careful with that. I mean, you shouldn't pay them anyway. Be warned. If you go onto your online banking and do that transfer and you click yes, even after you've received all the warnings saying, do you trust this person? Is that legit? Blah, blah, blah. Once you click yes, there's a chance that you're not getting that money back when you realise you've been duped. Banks are more aware of this scam now, which is why they put all these warnings and everything else. But if you still, despite those warnings, still carry on, the banks have a right to say, sorry, we warned you and you didn't respond. Before there will be no, but they're aware of it now and they're a bit more sensitive to that. But if you absolutely, after all the warnings, you still carry on, that's on you. So just be mindful of that. Now, you might still be lucky, but for the most part, if you click yes after getting those warnings to say, are you sure you trust this person? There's a strong possibility you're not getting that money back ever. So really, really step it in the bud. This one is very similar to the Amazon one I spoke at the beginning. The only difference is it's more about a purchase. And what they will do is they'll call up and say, yes, we've received an order for an iPhone 12 or 11 or PC or whatever it is. Not quite sure why it's always an iPhone, or seems to be always an iPhone, but that's what it is. And I'm not particularly an iPhone person anyway. And they'll say, did you make this order? Naturally, unless you actually have done that, you'll say, no, I didn't do that. And they'll go, oh, right, we looks like we've been defrauded. So what we'll do is we will cancel the order and we will refund you the money back. So yeah, so you're like, okay, fine. Fairly sounds reasonable. So again, they'll get you to agree to filling out a cancellation form, a bit like with the upgrade of your Amazon Prime. That requires you to have access to your computer again. So they'll ask you to log into AnyDesk or any of those kind of remote access software programs. They'll then link your computer. They'll give you a form to fill in. You send that back. They will claim to send you the money. In fact, they'll probably ask you to go into your online banking. They'll ask you questions like, do you do online banking? How much do you have in your account? And then when you're connected to the computer, they'll transfer. That's another thing as well, I forgot to mention. They often will transfer you to a senior officer, senior refunds officer, senior technician, senior something else. They'll always, most of the time, they'll transfer you to somebody else to finish this scam. So again, you'll log into your computer and they'll ask you to log into your online banking. And what they tend to do is they have this facility where they can blank your screen out. They change some text on the web page itself to make it look like they've overpaid you. and they try to get you to realise. They don't tell you automatically they overpaid you. They ask you to look at the screen and confirm. So once you confirm that you've seen, oh, you paid me extra, that's when they'll panic. But they won't automatically say it unless they're new, which has been the case a few times. So once they've got you, once you go, oh, hang on, you're only supposed to pay 300, but you pay me 3,000. They will then go into a panic themselves and go, oh dear, my job is on the line, I'm going to lose my job, you need to send the money back. But instead of, again, like I said earlier, doing a reverse payment, which they can do, what they'll do is, oh, I need the money back, you need to send it straight away. Amazon gift cards. Get £3,000 in Amazon, or however much, in Amazon gift cards. That's how they'll catch you. And they'll put it on you saying, if you don't do this, my job is over, my job is lost, yada yada yada. And before you know it, you're paying all these Amazon gift cards, which you're never going to get the money back. It's never going to happen. You're not. And one little trick that I also know that I forgot to mention is, if you've got other savings accounts in there, so if you've got like a savings account, an ISA account, they'll even move money around the accounts to make it look like they've put the money in there as well. So just be mindful of that too. And then the last one, which I've heard about recently, is the clearance scams, which I say mostly are America, Canada, where they say you've won a syndicate or whatever it is, and you you need to pay X amount of money to get those monies released. Don't get them much in the UK, at least not as far as I'm aware, but it does happen. And also another one to be aware of is the you've had an accident scam. But I think most of us pretty much know about that, but still, it still happens, so people may still get fooled by it. But if you get a call saying, we hear you had an accident, if you ever try to ring the number back, the number doesn't exist, because it's wrong. It's an illegitimate number. The company does not exist. Okay, so I've gone through a lot of different scams here, and I know there's a lot of information for you. I've tried to make this as clear as I can. There are other guys who've probably done these sort of videos better than me, but I just want to really kind of let you know about these sort of scams that are going on, because they're getting more frequent. Before it was only like a handful every so often, but now it's a lot more rampant, and people are being conned so badly. Particularly the elderly, particularly those that are vulnerable and a little bit on the naive side of life, who totally believe these guys. And also, sometimes you're in a place where you're not thinking straight. There are times when you're in a position where you're just caught in a vulnerable moment in your life. We all go through struggles in life, and sometimes we're not always in our right state of mind to spot the signs. So this is just really an extra encouragement to look out for these scams, and make sure that people you know who might be tricked into it, you're keeping an eye on them and helping them to avoid it. Now, one thing just to finish before I go, there are a lot of scam baiters out there, and what these guys will do is they actually purposely go out their way and contact these guys to waste their time, and in some cases even infect their own computers. Jim Brown is the one I recommend the most, because I think he's very, very specific and goes into lots of detail exactly what goes on. He's very thorough, and he's very clever when he does it, but also he doesn't do it in a way that is insulting. He's kind of really out there just to really point out that, look, this is wrong, and give you as much information as you can to avoid it. And so he's very, very good. So he's one of my primary recommendation. But all of these guys have their own different variations on it. And what they will do is they'll waste their time, often half an hour, in some cases even 2. I think it's been even like about 36 hours, I think, one time. And their goal is that the way they see it, the way they understand it, is not only are they returning favour, but also the more time they're spending with the scammer, the less time that scammer is scamming somebody else. They are protecting other people. I'm not personally encouraging scam baiting, but there are benefits to doing that, which is that, as I said, you're wasting these guys' time, and hopefully the more people that do it, the more time these guys waste calling people, it becomes less and less profitable. And I think that's going to be the way to really get these, to make what they're doing so unprofitable that it's not worth even carrying on. That's the ultimate goal, is to get them to stop doing it. But the second reason it would be to help protect those that aren't as clued up as you and I. Most of us, for the most part, know what these guys do, know the scam, know what's going on, but there are people out there that don't and are quickly fooled by it. So the more time we spend with these guys, messing around with them, wasting their time, the better it is for, you know, the protecting. The less likely they're going to scam somebody else in that time. Because as soon as you, for example, as soon as you get a call like this, I'm from Microsoft, and you hang up, they'll jump to the next person, and that person may be the person that they'll con and give thousands of pounds away. And if you think about it, if you just take a few seconds to waste their time giving false information, don't give them real information, please. Don't give them your actual address and your actual details. Make sure you give them fake information. Spending a little bit of time with that person, it makes them less likely to scam the next person on the line. But as soon as you hang up, all you're doing is you're passing them on to the next person who may get conned. So as I say, I'm not encouraging scam baiting, but I just want to share some of the benefits of doing that. But if you do decide to do, you know, go down that route, just make sure that you do all the things to protect yourself to do it. Most of these guys use virtual computers, and as I said, they don't give their real information. They don't give their real name, they don't give their real address, they don't give their real social security number. All the information they give these scammers is false to try and waste their time. So those are the options out there. I say this is not my normal video. I say I'm not looking for subscriptions on this particular video because this is not going to be a scam baiting channel. This is just really, this is literally just to tell you, to warn people. So if you like the video, that's better because it means more people will see this particular video, sort of more, so the word gets out more. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you've had a good time, and until the next one, I'll catch you later. Bye bye.